Welcome back to the part 3 of the PMP most commonly asked questions. Today we're going to talk about whether you can take the exam online, what happens if you fail, and most common mistakes to avoid, and what to do after passing your PMP exam in terms of gathering your PDUs and professional development units. My name is Nemka. I'm a certified project manager, and my goal here is to simplify project management, productivity, certifications, so that you can succeed in your career. Question number 1, can I take the exam online? Yes, you can take the exam online from home or from a private space. But there are a few things that you want to be aware of. Number 1, you need to have a pretty good internet connection. You definitely don't want to have a connection issue in the middle of your exam. And 2, they're going to ask you open your camera so that they can watch you throughout the process. And the sole reason of it is just that people prevent from cheating or trying to look up some materials or have somebody give you the answer. So be sure to open your camera, and apparently there were comments I heard that even like scratching your leg, right, just trying to move around is not a good idea. So be sure to prepare those things ahead of time so that you don't distract yourself from taking the exam when you're online. But my tip is, if you're able, like there is a testing center in your area, definitely be sure to take it in person in a testing center. It just simplifies the process, and you don't have to worry about the internet connection or somebody's going to comment on body movements and things like that. Question number 2, what are some common mistakes to avoid during the PMP exam? First, rushing through your questions without reading them carefully. PMI made sure that in the question they provide you some details that are important for you to answer the questions, or sometimes the questions are story-based, so they'll tell you the case studies and then ask you the question at the end. Some of the questions can be a little long, so be sure to pay attention to those and really understand what are they trying to ask you and what kind of answers they're looking for. Another mistake is spending too much time on one question. I definitely made that mistake when I took my exam. I wanted to make sure that I'm answering the question correctly. So for example, those scenario-based questions, the long ones, it can be a little tricky. You don't want to spend too much time on it, or else you don't want to just rush through the questions. So be sure to have a good time management. Another mistake is forgetting to manage your breaks. And your 10-minute break is going to be really helpful for you to refresh yourself, take yourself out of the environment and just take a sip of water or walk around a little bit and take a break. So be sure to utilize that time wisely. And another mistake is overthinking easy questions. And that really can happen when you're taking an exam, because we all want to make sure that those answers are correct. My tip is treat those questions like a project. Right? Plan it, execute it, decide it, and move on. Question number 3, how can I manage my time effectively during the PMP exam? I personally found it very helpful to follow the 1-minute rule. So spend 1 to 1.5 minutes on every question. And if you are not sure how to answer those questions, just flag it so that you can come back to it. You just need to keep those momentum going. Question number 4, what should I do if I fail the PMP exam? First, take a deep breath. You are not alone. Although you'll see people online sharing their accomplishments, they're passing their PMP exams, there are a lot of people also fail the exam. So here are things you can do to pass next time. Be sure to review your scoring report so that you can see which area needs your attention. And then adjust your plan accordingly, and you can retake the exam 3 times within that year. And my take on this, failing the exam doesn't mean that you're a failure or you don't qualify for this. It just means that you need a better strategy and maybe need a little bit more time to prepare for the exam. I decided to take a break from my desk area and switch up the spot a little bit. So let's see how this goes. Question number 5. How often do I need to renew my PMP certification? So you'll need to renew your PMP certification every 3 years. Question number 6, what is the cost of maintaining the PMP certification? The renewal fee is $60 if you are a PMI member, and if you're not a PMI member, it is $150. Plus, you'll need to earn 60 PDUs within those 3 years. What are professional development units or PDUs and how do I earn them? Well, PDUs are basically a learning credits. So every time you watch a video, go through a course, attending a conference, webinars, you'll be able to gather PDUs. Even if you read a book on your own, project management book, you'll be able to get PDUs. And if you're wondering about how to get PDUs, I created a video on this subject, so be sure to check that out. And I'll include the link in the description section. Question number 8, can I carry over excess PDUs to the next certification cycle? Yes, if you earned more than 60 PDUs, you can carry up to 20 PDUs to the next renewal cycle. Question number 9, what happens if I don't renew my PMP certification on time? You'll go into suspended period for 1 year. And after that 1 year, if you don't do anything, during that time, you can't claim that you have a PMP. And after 1 year, if you don't do anything, your certification will expire and you need to start the process over by preparing for the exam and retaking the exam. Question number 10, are there any changes to the renewal process in 2025? No major changes as of 2025. You still need to earn 60 PDUs within the 3 years through education or giving back your time. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section. And if you enjoyed my 3-part series, be sure to follow along and subscribe. I will see you next time.